Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Coffee Talk, where... What was the last thing that happened? Freya, I think, got herself into too deep of a conversation involving Rachel's dad and had to exit the scene. But where are we starting the conversation now? Are you sure that would be okay? Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. So what is she changing? Is it no longer taking place in a coffee shop? Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Malice was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although I need to interrupt Malice for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? No, not at this moment. Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely different ingredient from either of those. Okay. Remember, it has tea and ginger. I think I tried tea, ginger, and lemon? Oops. Tea, ginger, and mint? And tea? Is that the kicker? Let's try tea, ginger, and mint. Like, there are only so many ingredients. I might really actually have to look up previous videos to see what I actually tried. Yeah, serve it. Is this it? How is it? Nope. This drink doesn't even follow my guidelines. Far from it. Oh my, pardon me for the mistake. It has tea and ginger. Never mind. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Gala, we're done for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is it written anywhere in the game as to what recipes I've actually tried with Gala? Because I have no memory of what I've actually tried. And that would be very convenient. No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Aw, come on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Hey, how are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Malice was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original, but my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream, just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea. What was her other idea? How was a Choose Your Own Adventure novel simpler? Which is making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish it, okay? Oh, she's still following through with that idea? Alright. As Malice said, though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? A ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Of course I know how to make it. I don't know how to make it. I have to look it up. No, that's a green tea latte. Well, if a green tea latte is green tea, milk, and milk. Then a ginger latte is what? Coffee, ginger, and milk? A ginger latte. Let's see. Favorite things. Punk. Been listening to pumpkin spice since I was a wee lad. What I'm doing with my life. Escaping bloodlines. Experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will soon have my own solo exhibition. Warm energy boost. Perfect for a cold evening. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Oh, yeah. Just short of nothing. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl has a friend. and that friend is the one I'm after. Okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there, but everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into the details, but this succubus was super hot, and all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. It probably is not Lua. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. So wait, does his friend end up sleeping with the succubus, who's the player, and then they break up with Lua? The other girl's name was, let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly, I would not have seen that coming. That was pretty obvious. I saw the look on Lua's face, the disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I didn't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that, and I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. So it's kind of similar to, say, like your Back to the Future love story, where you have these two people meeting out of just kind of like, out of injury. I know. Or should I say developing a relationship because of injury. Have you seen her by the chance? Yeah, Lua came by a few days ago. How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She's got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship separately from you. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff, and then this guy, Hyde, joined the conversation. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval, considering, you know, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. Hold on. I feel as though this elf is a metaphor for something. This is a familiar story that I've heard. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? I mean, his parents could technically be right, but if you don't have the passion for something, like, you won't be interested in it. And that might also hamper your success. That's more a personal story. All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. Succubi and incubi don't worship the Dark Lord anymore. They're all into pop music. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. You just said like the same thing like 5 times in a row. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have... Oh, okay, this is kind of an interesting setup. We've got this relationship that's having problems, and now we deal with them separately with 2 different people of the same group. Like, Gala and Hyde came here together. Bailey's and Lua came here together, and now we have Hyde and Lua and Gala and Bailey's going through their discussion. I wonder how, like, if I was writing this coffee talk book that Freya is writing, like, how would I write it? Like, we've already established these 2 star-crossed lovers separated by their families. Would you write one story about them? Or would you sprinkle it and weave it together throughout the entire book? Like you would have pieces of it throughout each of the stories. Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now. But you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work, because life is full of storms. Jesus Christ there, Gala. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other, that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? Oh, that was Interesting segue. What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. You know, it's a little bit on the exaggeration side, but only a little bit. Only a little exaggeration. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Malice and Freya. Bye. I'm gonna have to watch all the videos I have of Gala just to see whatever the hell it is I already mixed for him. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs with, in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you inspiration? Sounds like a great idea. Spanish, is that like a churro in there or something? Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. The WHO vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury's sedative illegally. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Yeah. And then we'll start with Gala and Hyde next time. For now, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good day.